Alrighty, and welcome everyone to something a little
Time to earn
different
your
but
pay,
kind of the
people.
same.
Put on your game faces.
I tell you, I'm
Alright,
not too
thanks,
comfortable working
Frost.
with Pakatari and these rebels. They're kind of...
Alright, okay, I'm gonna pause. So I am playing kind of an older game, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon or not Breakpoint, sorry, I see Breakpoint because that's over there. This is Wildlands, the quote-unquote, I guess, first game, because Breakpoint's technically the sequel to this game. Yeah, and it's kind of something different because I am playing this on Amazon Luna. This is Amazon's approach to cloud gaming, and it kind of aims to be more of the quote unquote Netflix of games. So it's kind of interesting. You kind of it's an invitation basis only, and I'll put a link in the there'll be a link in the description below on like how to go and get kind of registered to get an invite. And it's kind of at random, so you know if a wave of invites goes out, you might not be selected, or you might. It's kind of like a weird lottery kind of thing. And then yeah, you kind of pay either the actual Luna fee, which I think is like $5 or $6 a month, and then you kind of get access to some libraries of games, or you can subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, and then that's like $15 a month, and then you kind of get access to all the Ubisoft games. It's kind of what I did here. I didn't really do the Luna subscription. I did the Ubisoft Plus because then I get both games on Stadia and Luna. But anyway, kind of I'm gonna just hoon around in Wildlands, especially because it's probably one of my favorite games, which is kind of weird to say because I know what people think of this game. I know that's not their favorite because it kind of breaks from the Ghost Recon genre, or I don't know how you want to call it, but it breaks away from what Ghost Recon kind of was, and I get that, but at the same time, I kind of like the open world, freestyleish kind of thing you kind of get. It's fun for me, so I guess that's all that matters, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna hoon around and probably do like the first few, like maybe the first region here, and then kind of show you what Luna can do. Kind of playing on the Luna controller as well, which operates more or less the same way as the Stadia controller for Stadia. But yeah, I just kind of want to show off the differences. Right now, it's only limited to 1080p. I don't know any other details, unfortunately. I know that they say 4K is coming soon.
Geology always ends up with more bodies in the ground. What's your feeling on this op?
Yeah, so
End
this
of
is
the day,
we're
this is
gonna
a revenge mission. We need to focus and get this done
A senior
yeah,
rebel
we're just
leader named
gonna
quick.
quick before we get stuck between local politics
tune
and a
around and
firestorm
do
of cartel
some
bullets.
fun stuff.
First objective, track down that Santa Blanca lieutenant so we can find Amaru.
Hoorah.
I asked the rebels to send him a
I'm gonna cheat a little bit and get a helicopter because if I have access to the goodies, I am going to use them. Because I am not joking around. I've played this game too many times, or I've played this game for so many. I don't know how to word words. I played this game a lot. Like, it's like a lot. Like, a lot. So, if I can get shortcuts to kind of make the gameplay experience more fun or exciting or just easier, then
Move
I'm
up.
gonna
I'm on
do
your
it.
6. Good to go.
So for those of you who don't know or haven't really played Wildlands, it takes place in Bolivia. You're kind of sent in after an American agent gets killed, I believe, while they're trying to like break up and uncover like the drug cartel here and stuff. And then it basically just goes full force. They send in the ghosts to kind of clean up shop around town and try to get rid of the cartel in Bolivia. It's actually a really fun game, especially if you really like the stealth, the more stealthier tactical games. It's a blast. It's especially a blast if you play with like a full party of 4 people. Let me tell you, some of the best times I've had in this game, like just hours spent with friends playing this game because it just gets so crazy when you have all 4 of you just trying to do missions and stuff together and whatnot. It's a really fun game. I highly recommend it. And then I'm still on the fence about whether or not I want to recommend people
Yo, we got
Breakpoint.
hostiles.
Maybe I'll do a video about that later. I like Breakpoint so far. Like, it
Don't want to
definitely
split the
expands
target.
on
Switch to suppressors.
it really expands a lot on the game mechanics of Wildlands. Like, you can do a little bit more, immersive, like stealthing and stuff. I just know how I feel about it because of all the drones and stuff. Like, it kind of gets annoying trying to deal with more of the drones than it is the people. I don't know the zoom on my drone.
Got eyes on the target.
unfortunately,
Let's
but
move.
That's okay. I'm a professional.
We're good. We're good.
Cool. But yeah, I'll probably do another video probably in the same style of like for Breakpoint. I like Breakpoint. It's fun. I don't know if it's everybody's cup of tea though, because it is definitely different. But yeah, so also, but kind of back onto this game. So this game, yeah, you're dealing a lot with the cartel and cleaning up shop. Part of the game heavily relies on you collecting resources. Like, see, I just collected, like, I guess the gas, and then there's like medical supplies and stuff. So you kind of get these like points for collecting these
cartel
resources.
gunmen, up in the watchtower.
And then you can use them to spend on upgrades and other things. Oh, I gotta focus here. I'm just gonna grab this guy. Yeah, you see, like, there's food supplies in here because, like, it gets you access to some things where, like, you can upgrade points and stuff, and then I think it also can count towards, like, doing stuff because, like, you can have the rebels of Bolivia, like, there's, like, a rebel faction, and they can kind of help you out with some stuff. Like, I believe in this game you can call mortars or, like, have them scout area for you. A bunch of really cool stuff.
Here's the deal, asshole. You answer my questions or I put a bullet in your gut and leave you to die in your own shit. Lo entiendes?
Chill the fuck out, cabron. What do you want?
Amaru, where can I find him?
You serious? That's what this is about? Sure thing. He's at Atoya farm. Go on. Then you can see what we do to people who fuck with us. People like you.
We need to get this done in a hurry. It's not gonna last long under torture.
Shit, if they've been working on him for a while, there's a good chance he's already dead.
Maybe, maybe not. Amaru's a major player in the rebel movement. The cartel will keep him alive as long as they can to find out what he knows.
Let's get moving.
All right,
The cartel ain't
sorry
gonna wait
about
around
that
for us to
little
track down and rescue
video
Amaru.
glitch there. I thought I was having a little bit of recording issues, but anyway, you didn't miss too much. It was literally just a few seconds. Anyway, back onto what I was saying. Yeah, so you can get like the rebels to help you. So like, yeah, you can have so there's kind of two things. You got spotting, which they can like scout out an area and mark a lot of the targets for you, which is really handy if you want to get a bunch of them. Unfortunately, you don't have experience points, so that's the trade-off. You can have mortars just rain down on enemies, which is awesome if you have that maxed out. Guns for hire gives you like a little mini army of rebels, and they just follow you around, and you can just go, basically, if you really want to just abandon the stealth option, you can just go full ham and just absolutely wreck somebody. And then a diversion. This one's kind of fun because you can get your drone out to call it, and like select a spot for them to like, for like a little smaller group of rebels to like go and cause a distraction, which this game doesn't handle too well, because if they get spotted, then you're somehow spotted, and then the enemies know where you are, despite you could have been like totally hidden. They fixed that a lot. I think they fixed that a lot better in Breakpoint. Like if there's a faction warfare on, they still don't know where you are. So I think they defect. But anyway, it's nice because you can kind of direct rebels to be at a certain spot versus like guns for hire, they just follow you around. So yeah. And then another one that's kind of a rebel thing is you can just have vehicles delivered to you, which I guess is nice. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I think that's a civilian.
Easy.
Oh no, because it have said civilian killed. Must have been a guy. Anyway, what else about this game? Bolivia is actually freaking huge. Yeah, no, I've already played this game. It's huge. Like, Bolivia is huge. I don't know if I can stress that enough. It is huge. It takes a good while to like fly from one end to the other in a plane. And so yeah, you got a lot of real estate to have like to play around in and kind of do stuff. And they actually, I think Ubisoft did well for a game for this size of keeping it populated with things to do in terms of like getting more resources or getting intel on like where other guns or weapon parts are, or like anything really. And then like the story, I mean, as you can see here, there's like a cartel, like there's like kind of like a cartel, like a major player in the cartel, like kind of scattered in each little, like there's at least one in each region. And so the story, overall story, actually makes use of a lot of the real estate. So like you kind of actually do hit almost all spots of the map eventually if you're going for a story completion, which is kind of awesome. So they didn't, so I get the hate that this game kind of gets for not being Ghost Recon, but at the same time, if you take away the Ghost Recon title and kind of just look at it like an open world Tom Clancy game, like it's actually not that bad. It's actually a pretty decent game. Driving mechanics are actually pretty good in this compared to Breakpoint. I feel like Breakpoint is way too, I don't know, like arcadey. Like it really is harder to control. Like this is actually not that hard to control. I'm just driving like a maniac because I can, and because it's fun. But it's actually not that hard to control. So like the physics in like vehicles and stuff in this game are way better, I think, than they were in Breakpoint. So I don't know what happened between this and Breakpoint, but pretty good game. And then I missed him. But really fun game. And then what was really cool is oh my gosh, can I turn off the radio? There we go. What was really cool, I just missed my turn. That is cool. What was really cool is at the time this game was kind of like out and people playing it, so before Breakpoint and stuff, they had like cool little events, like they had a Predator mission where you kind of recreated the first movie, like the original Predator movie a little bit, and you are looking for the Predator and then you get to fight it. Like that was awesome. There was a couple of like crossover events with the Rainbow Six Siege people, which is why I now have like I can play as like Frost and stuff. So that was actually really fun too. And then I think there was a couple other things, like there was a Future Soldier crossover, I think, where like it was kind of like if you're the beginnings of Future Soldier for Ghost Recon. And then I think there was also some Splinter Cell crossover. There was like a lot of crossovers with a lot of the other Tom Clancy games, so let me just put it that way. And then near the end, they did a lot of setup. They did like a setup mission that was kind of like, I guess, could play as a prequel or like a prequel mission or something for Breakpoint, which was awesome. It kind of gave you a little bit more of a setup for the game coming out if you're like gonna get it and buy into the hype
Coming
and
up on a
stuff.
Toyo farm. Remember, a lot of these Sicarios are ex-military.
ID your targets. If Amaru gets killed by a stray round, Operation Kingslayer will be dead in the water before it even starts. Let's go.
So the way I approach these games, and it might be a little boring, is I like to kind of scout out the environment first, kind of get away, mark everybody, know where they are, kind of understand their movements. And then once I kind of understand what the heck they're doing, then I can do and make my moves as necessary. What makes this game is a lot easier is, especially when you have the AI, you can sit here and set up your sync shots. If I can...
Say the word.
Oh, I only got one. Okay. I haven't played this game since that, but...
Opening fire on these fuckers. Okay, we're still good.
Oh, shit. Oh, I gotta reload too. That's not good. Oh well, they can be alerted. I'm not too worried about it. Especially when I can do this to that guy.
Keep it quiet. They know we're here.
Okay, there's only two left. They're not gonna be a big deal, and I don't think they'll call anybody in. So yeah, I kind of like to mark everyone, make sure I know where they're at. Not so much against the cartel, because cartel's kind of small beans in this game. It's the Unidad police that like will ruin your day. And the best way to describe Unidad police is that
Clear on this side.
one, they're the local military force of Bolivia, so they're an actual military, which is fun to deal with.
Are you Amaru?
Okay, follow me, my dude.
Come on,
Yeah.
we're getting you out of here.
So yeah, they're the actual military police, but the way they play is it might as well be like the police on GTA 5 at 5 stars. Like they just ninja themselves like at you, and then you're just over. Pick up ammo. Because I'm playing this game more as kind of like just a chill, relaxing thing. I'm not gonna focus on the story. If you guys are interested, you can get the game for yourself. But I'm gonna pretty much skip all this. It's no offense to you guys, but like I've seen it so many times, playing this through so many times, like between the ghost mode or like the prestige mode where like you can't die or else it resets your like whole game.
Heads up.
And stuff.
Bowman's
So
pile on Yuri and Polito is coming through.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Like if you guys want me to do a story playthrough, I don't mind restarting and doing a story playthrough.
That's the rundown on
it's just
Yuri
one,
and
it's gonna
Polito.
be really
They're a
long.
key part of Santa Blanca's security operation.
Like I think this
Remember
game
to check out
takes
Bowman.
like I think this game takes like 50 hours or something like that to complete. It's insane.
Compadre,
the
I
entire
have a problem in
region.
Itaqua, and Bowman says you may be able
So
to
we're
help.
gonna just
My
do this.
people need help.
We don't need to
There
listen
have
to this.
been many losses to the cartel, and the horrors inflicted by Yuri
I'm waiting for
have
them to
broken
be
their
done
spirit.
talking.
The
And then I
fires
can
of
kind of edit that
revolution
in
have
post.
almost
But
gone out.
we're
Spare
gonna
me
wait
the
for them to
rhetoric,
done
Atari.
talking because
Just tell me what you need.
There is a
Rebels have
cartel
issues.
supply
We're here to
convoy
help
passing through the
because
province soon.
we have the resources.
Capturing it
Blah, blah,
will
blah.
give my people much needed supplies and restore their morale. Can you do this?
Consider it done.
Okay,
Taking orders
anyway,
from
back to my thing.
Atari now.
Yotari needs this convoy. We're gonna give it to him. The more he depends on us to get shit done, the more we can get out of him in return.
Anyway, so back to my rant. So far the differences are pretty minute though, despite Stadia having a good like year run at it and improving over time to being actually something that I think everybody would enjoy. Luna, so the big difference, and I know this especially, I definitely see it. So the way Stadia works is that the games are natively like kind of either ported or built for the platform, because Stadia in itself is its own platform. Like it's not like, you know, like an actual like Windows machine running it. No, it's like a custom like OS running like Linux operating system. You know, getting games ported to it and then running them natively more or less, and then stuff like that. Luna's kind of like a glorified version of GeForce Now. Like it's literally just a Windows PC session that has these games working on it. And so how do I see the difference? The games on Stadia load so much faster. Like so from the time it takes me to select a game and start it up to playing is probably like a minute. Maybe a little bit more if there's like, you know, really busy day, like when Cyberpunk came out and stuff and like goes crazy. But like Luna, it takes like a good solid like maybe 2 to 5 minutes to like boot up a game and like get into it. So that's that right off the bat. What else is different? So I like Stadia a little bit more because I don't have to do a subscription. Like I can play the free tier, and then if I want to play a game, I can just buy the game, which is nice. Because it doesn't lock me into another subscription
Close
service
to that nasty-looking dump.
that I don't necessarily
Down.
need.
They're gonna see you.
Tango marked, but he's got a civilian
I'm
nearby.
really gonna get myself freaking caught here.
Hold up. They're gonna see you.
Doesn't matter. We're just here for intel. We get a firefighter.
This document mentions an Unidad captain who sends prisoners to Yuri and Polito for interrogations. He's got to know where our lovebirds are.
Yeah, so
But
Luna,
he's
I mean,
sitting in
I do like the
Unidad
Netflix
fire
and games
base.
of idea, but the problem with Luna is they don't have like they have a lot of titles, but it's like a lot of games that I wouldn't really play. Like it's just like fluff.
We're cool.
There's not like the only AAA games are like the ones from Ubisoft Plus. I mean, there's
Check
Grid,
your targets.
Control.
We got civilians all over
I don't know if
the place.
Control is actually like a
Right over
AAA title
cage.
game. I gotta get going because they're gonna start freaking out now because that guy just witnessed a kill and then he. And stuff. At least Stadia kind of has like, you know,
Watch your
a
step.
good
These guys
selection of
know
games, and
something's
like a good portion of them are actually like look interesting and fun. Like
I'll
my Unto
pilot.
the End, like that game just looked
Okay,
straight up
fire.
appealing and was awesome. There's like, I mean, and I guess there are a couple games like that on Luna, but like the selection is just not that big right now, and stuff. And here's the other major bummer I have about Luna is that they keep adding these things like Ubisoft. They added like Ubisoft Plus, and they're adding games, and they're adding like features and stuff, but they still lock it behind like an invitational only access. So it's like they're creating hype, but they're creating it for such a small audience that can actually play. So the overall general audience that's interested in cloud gaming is like, oh yeah, that's cool, but we can we're gonna get those features and stuff. But there's a very small percentage of that actual audience that actually has access and can actually view those features and stuff. So it's very bummer. Whereas like anyone can just go to Stadia and then just like, you know, sign up for the free tier and then play like a game that's for free or like buy a game that's on sale.
Look alive. We got company.
And then actually enjoy those features and stuff. So
We
it's a
got
little
Sicario.
interesting.
There. By the helo.
Stadia finally integrated the YouTube
Another
direct
tango.
streaming. Luna's kind of had that with Twitch for a while. So it's they kind of were lagging in some areas in Stadia. So, I mean, overall, I think at the end of the day, it's nice to have both, just for, you know, having a variety and something different.
Another tango.
And the reason I say
Shit,
that
he knows
is
he's
because you'll
taking
have
fire.
instances like, you know, they're rare, But like recently, where Google had like its weird outages between YouTube, Stadia, Gmail, like everything. There we go. And stuff. Then that's the problem, right? Is if Google goes down, Stadia goes down, then you can't really play your games, which I guess is the inherent risk that you have to be willing to accept when you know, switch to cloud gaming. But then what's cool about it though is then like because I have like plus my shares or my saves are shared across the cloud. I could just swap over to Luna if like Amazon servers are still up and then just go to town and continue playing. So I think it's wise to have both.
Maybe something
like
there will
as
tell
an
us where he and his
idealistic kind of
girlfriend
thing,
are.
because they're both good. Like at the end of the day, I would definitely recommend both, like as an alternative to like paying,
This
you know,
metal has a
$500,
purple
well,
plant on
more like
Kinda
$1,200, am I right, for like a PlayStation 5 or something like that, or an Xbox, or you know, saving money and not like going full crazy on like a custom PC build. Like I can enjoy a AAA game with decent internet for the price of, you know, either $60 or plus the $10 subscription for a Stadia Pro, or $15 a month for Ubisoft Plus, and maybe if I do decide to go back to Luna, you know, an extra $6. I mean, the cost, the savings alone is actually kind of appealing, while I'm still getting the same amount of performance out of everything. So
We've got a location
yeah,
on
I don't know if that was a
Polito's
really
personal
weird take,
Steal it.
but
So
I'm
our
just trying to
techs can
say,
analyze
like,
the car's
I'm trying to
GPS
help
for intel.
eliminate some of the unnecessary hate of cloud gaming. I'm trying to be like the weird white knight defender. I mean, and like I said, there is risks. Like the servers could literally go down, and then I can't play my games anymore. Like that's just the risk. But I guess the same can be said. Oh, my console blew up or stuff, and now I can't play until I buy a new console or something. And then the servers will always come back up because, you know, the companies set themselves standards where they can only allow themselves so much downtime. Actually, it's not so much they set standards themselves, it's more like there is industry standards that say, you know, you should only be down for so much time, or you're not, you know, you're losing money, and then you're losing customers, and yada yada yada. So I don't know, I'm just trying to like open up the perspective to other people to like show that cloud gaming isn't like the boogeyman or like the thing that should be hated on or anything. Like it's just an alternative. It's an alternative to have fun
Hold up, we got hostile
at a like
activity.
cheaper cost. And if it helps get more people into playing games and like building better communities and stuff, then why would
This
we
is the
be
garage.
against that?
Sound off if you spot Polito's car.
Roger that.
One thing I do like about Breakpoint, and I just noticed, I can move bodies. In this one, you kind of gotta get lucky if the body will despawn after so much time.
Yo, cartel gunman.
Tell me where.
At the entrance to the camp. I got one narco
I don't see him.
over by that stack of tires.
There's one in here.
That was close.
Okay, I need to know where some people are. So I'm gonna get this car and boogie out.
Heads up, we got a turret. I'm moving to position.
You're dying because you're gonna lit me up.
Ready to
Yo,
Yo, cartel gunman. At
You
the
think
entrance
so?
to the camp.
I know I kind of just broke my rule, but I like know exactly where the car is and stuff, so I'm kind of just rushing through this because I don't want to spend too long recording this. This is like literally one of the shortest regions, so if I'm taking longer than like an hour to complete it, I know something's off. Like, because I've done this so fast, like so many times. Like, I think the fastest we've cleared this region with me and my friends has been like just insanely fast. I don't want to like boast or anything, but like it's just. I know when I'm doing poorly at this.
I got a
game.
narco over here.
Unlike
Over
most
there,
games you'll ever see
near
me.
that crate of
oh,
comp gear.
yeah, probably killed that guy.
Got him. He's down.
Unlike most games you see me play where I like die a lot. This game, I actually know what the heck I'm doing. I mean, I'm like in it. I ain't no club. I played this game way too much to let that
There it
happen.
is. Eyes on Polito's car. Wait.
Nope, you get in the car and booking, dude.
Taking a shot.
My Lamborghini. And just like that, no one would be the wiser.
This car
Get
is
inside, dude.
swanky.
We done.
And there's And there's a bloody condom in the glove box. Make that 2 bloody condoms.
I guess that confirms it's Yuri and Polito's ride.
Even if the condoms come standard, it's a sweet fucking car.
I never could understand narco bullying. You get an expensive whip, put chrome rims on it, then you just drive it around the same dusty towns you were driving around before.
You totally want one of these cars, don't you?
Fancy car, fancy suit, still the same street, so what's the point?
Air conditioning.
That's a really good point. Also, I do like a lot of the banter in this game, but again, I do play Breakpoint without the AI most of the time, so I guess I just don't hear that banter as often. I do like the banter in this game. We just sit there and talk shit to each other. It's fun.
All right, now it's up to Bowman and the activity. They'll check the car's GPS.
All right.
Packatari's
The locations where Yuri and Polito may be hiding out. Let's roll.
Go on without me.
Anyway, so yeah, Luna so far has actually been pretty. It looks pretty solid. This game is a bit older, but this is about kind of the same stuff that I have on my when I play locally. I mean, it kind of looks the same. So, look, at the end of the day, it may look a little off, but I'm playing the game. I'm having fun. And I think that's all that matters. I mean, I do like it when games look good, but I'm not gonna follow Luna right now because it is still like super beta. But Stadia, on the other hand, actually looks phenomenal. Like, I think they have the compression down, like, and the delivery just correct, and it just sails and it looks good. Unfortunately, I think you're always gonna have like the games in these cloud, unless they have like a way different way of like doing compression, which I know they have like the AV1 or whatever. It's coming soon.
Corruption in the cartel.
I don't know if that'll make much of a difference. I know VP9 kind of looks a lot better than H.264 or whatever. But I think the games are always going to look a little off compared to local because you have to get it. Like, you could still have the fastest delivery. Like, you could still have like a 30 millisecond ping time at, you know, like as your optimal between you and the server or whatever. But I think you're always going to have that compression effect, so it's always going to look a little off. I'm surprised these guys didn't like try to kill me. Alright, see how good my shooting skills are.
Here we go. Looks like an Unidad patrol. Got infantry with a radio truck in support.
Rebels could use a tech upgrade. You want to take them out?
See if I can race ahead here and these guys are really bad shots. I actually don't know what my difficulty is. So for all I know, this could be. Oh my god, my bike's gonna blow. I actually don't know what my difficulty settings are though, and I know I'm not getting ahead of this. There we go. That's all I wanted.
Escort has been destroyed.
Radio gear's secure. We'll tell the rebels where to come get their new toys. Let's move.
Easy, dude. Oh, I don't care about that. I just want my map. What? What's this one then? Oh, we'll do that one last. Alright, I guess we're going back in here. I think we just came from this spot, though. Find intel. Oh, wow. This is awkward. Where are you? You're like right here. There you are. Oh, that's a civilian. God damn it.
Grenade, move!
Find me a level up, please.
Got data on a Santa Blanca antenna ripe for depowering.
Alright. These ones are always fun. Wait. You might want me to. Oh, no, it's gonna
Pakatari's
want me
rebel
to do this
movement
one.
is on the verge of defeat. If we help
Yeah,
him
let's
turn
put it
things
on.
around, we'll be able to count on his support in the future.
Hi, guys. Jesus. We have to. My car better last. I was gonna have to get out of here. I think what makes the cloud gaming a little bit more of a better experience is the controllers.
If he can get us to Yuri and Polito, it's worth.
Hold on.
Just because they talk directly to the server. Both the Luna's controller
Cactus
talks
is
to the
no
Luna
map.
servers
The convoy is
directly, and
secure.
Stadia's talks to Stadia server
Gracias,
directly.
amigo. My people
So it
will
definitely
make
helps
good use of those supplies.
get around a little
My
bit of the
people are
lag
searching
issue,
for La Yuri
like,
y El Polito,
like
but
having
in the
delayed
meantime,
input and
there is
stuff.
something
Like,
else you can do for us. I have
like, it feels
prepared a
very
speech for the
responsive.
people of Bolivia. It is a call to arms that we will broadcast from Itaqua.
Santa Blanca's gonna send troops to shut that down as soon as they hear the transmission.
You see my problem? I need someone dependable to find a radio transmitter and protect it until the broadcast is complete.
Okay, Katari. We'll get it done. Eyes up. Let's get back to work.
Pakatari's got some brass ones, I'll give him that. Give that fucker an inch and he'll take a mile.
If he can get us to Yuri and Polito, it's worth it. Let's get it done.
Alrighty. Yeah. I like the Luna control. I like the way Amazon handled controller registration. So the way you do it on Stadia is like you kind of, once you first get your controller, you'll load up the Stadia app, hit your controller icon, go and set up the controller to connect to your Wi-Fi, whatever that may be, whether you're at the hotel or home or whatever. And then your controller is connected on the Wi-Fi and ready to go. And then when you want to connect it to a certain like device, like your Chromecast, your phone, your laptop, if they're on the same Wi-Fi network, you just kind of click on like a 4-digit code with the controller. So like maybe down, up, A, B, or something weird like that. Or like A, left, Y, right, or something. And then that like links the controller to that session, as long as they're on the same Wi-Fi network. Or, like, you know, the devices, they're on the same Wi-Fi network. Which is good, like, especially if you're switching. I don't know, I haven't tried this yet on Luna, but basically, like, I guess that's good if, like, you want to switch sessions or add different controllers and stuff. So, like, it has its merits, but the way Luna does it is you have a dedicated app to connect the controller to your account, and then also conversely, or, you know, in tandem, like, you can connect it to the Wi-Fi. And then once they're connected, any Luna instance you have currently open and active, you just turn on the controller and it automatically connects to it. Like, you don't have to put in a code or anything. Like, it just like you get right on connected. I haven't tried like switching instances, like playing on my computer to like the TV on a Fire Stick or something like that.
Dig in. The cartel's gonna hit this place hard once that
or anything like that. So I don't know if it's any more of a pain or easier.
Heads up, hostile presence.
What else? And I don't know about like doing local co-op and like having more controllers connected like the same computer or what have you. Just haven't done it yet, so I can't make a full just comparison. But so far I kind of dig the way that Luna does it. It's so much more convenient.
I'm engaging takeoffs.
But that being said, I know the Stadia controller is more of a PS, like PlayStation controller layout. Like you got the two thumbsticks kind of next to each other, down on the bottom, and you know, versus like the Luna controller is more of like an Xbox layout. I do like the Xbox layout, like because I feel that to be more ergonomical and makes more sense. But somehow the Stadia controller just feels more comfortable, despite being the more PlayStation layout. The Luna controller, it feels alright. I feel like there could be a little improvement, like my thumbs are slipping on the thumbsticks right now, and I'm not sure what the heck's happening. I think my game just broke. Hello? I think my game's having a freak out session. Alright, give me 1 second to figure that out.
Join our cause. Viva la revolución!
Glad we could help. Now, what have you got on Yuri and Polito?
Nothing yet, amigo.
We've learned that an Unidad captain named Fuente...
Those two, they cover their tracks well. But my people are working on it. We will know something soon. In the meantime, my revolutionary brothers in Itaqua stand ready to help if you need them. Just call, and they will come.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, so we're back from that little technical mishap there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It's kind of more like the game froze.
I may have someone who can give you information on Yuri and Polito.
I'm listening.
One of my lieutenants managed to escape from them. He fled to a village called Culta. Rather than give my man up to the cartel, the villagers hid him.
Goddamn bravery right there.
In response, Santa Blanca razed every home and executed all the villagers.
Jesus.
My lieutenant is still being kept
I
alive.
like that bit.
Probably so he can be killed in an even more painful way.
Understood. We're heading to Colton now.
Yeah, that's this one. But we got a couple more to do. I just want my attack helicopter.
I asked the rebels to send a reports.
Yeah, so it's more like the game kind of froze there and had an issue.
Hang back before they spawn.
Not so much Luna. I don't think it was Luna having an issue. I think it was kind of like the game just kind of glitched out. This game is pretty glitchy.
I'll fly.
Clear out. I'll
Cyberpunk
meet
may
you
get
there.
a lot of crap for being
Really
lots of
let me
bugs, but
drive.
like there are some games out there that still have some gnarly bugs in them, but they're still pretty fun. Get those guys on at it.
We're clear over
Yeah,
here.
sorry, it's been, I don't know what my rant was. I think it was about the controllers. Yeah, so the Luna controller, I mean, it's kind of comfortable. Just my thumbs, the thumb grips aren't so, they don't grab your thumbs very well, so you slip a little bit over time. I feel like that needs to be redesigned a little bit. I think Stadia, I don't think I have that issue with Stadia. I think Stadia, I kind of grip to the thumb, my thumb pad, I think the thumbstick's a little bit better, so there's that. But I will give a point to the Luna controller. You can do local Bluetooth to your device. Stadia, you cannot do that if you're not connected to the same device on the Wi-Fi. So it's like, say you're out about, like, I don't know, like traveling in a car and you wanted to play or something. You have to physically wire the controller to your phone or to your tablet or whatever you're playing on. But this controller, you just get Bluetooth and you can just go on your merry way, which is awesome. Kind of wish that was a thing for the Stadia controller. Maybe if they do an upgrade on the controller, like have a version 2
Got
or
enemy
something.
activity nearby. We got a grunt all by his lonesome.
We can get
In the
that.
bunker.
Drone is airborne.
This base is always fun. I actually remember my first time playing this game. This is the first Unidad. I mean, this is like the first Unidad base. If you stick in the same region and kind of play the story, this will be like the first Unidad base you come across
Top of
on.
the tower.
I remembered it being so difficult, which is it's funny because there's a lot more difficult bases than this one. This is like
Here we
easy
go.
peasy.
Got it. Eyes on the Unidad captain.
There's one
Sniper,
that is
top of the
just
tower.
there's an Unidad base that's just massive, and I mean massive. Like, it is huge. And like getting into it and trying to sneak around without alerting them is just, it's so hard. Like, you need to have such a lot of focus and timing, and I don't think you can do that one with I mean, you can if you're really, really good,
Okay, this
or
is
you
the
just kind
Unidad
of don't care.
firebase. We're looking for the captain who's in contact with Yuri and Polito. We need the target alive.
Roger that. Ooh,
Get this guy. Doing something weird.
eyes on an Unidad grunt.
We
Yeah,
got it.
and I'm
Inside the bunker.
there's just one that's just so hard. Like, it's insane. Like, I comfortably would rather do it with 4 people who knew what they were doing than the AI, because the AI can be a little. At least they can't get really spotted if you do something, which is nice, but they still are janky sometimes, and you got to be careful with certain commands you give them because they will trigger the guards that way. But yeah. But anyway, back to when I first played this game, I thought it was so hard to I just was oh man, getting into this base is gonna be tough, and then just you slowly get to the harder bases and you're like, oh, this is beans. I'd rather have this one. It is an easy base. There is like a one part of this base that's a little tricky, and it's because they like to group up sometimes in like
Eyes
one
on the grunt.
spot.
He's alone. In the bunker.
But this one seems to be taking a little bit easier on me. So we will abuse that. There he is.
Bad guys are reacting to the blast.
Yeah, I didn't think freaking
Only
everything
dead
would
forces
blow
are
up there.
attacking rebels. What do you want to do?
Alright.
Check it out. Weapons case.
Because you are here, bothering me. Die. Alright, we're just gonna grab this dude. Things are about to spiral out a little bit. I didn't think the rebels would be here to take. On the floor. I think we go up here. Up here. Oh, you're scouring? Good.
Kid that dude.
Oh, I freed the prisoners.
hell
That's
is
why the
this?
rebels are attacking.
How's it going, fuckstick?
Mierda. You may as well kill me now. I'm not talking, carajo.
That's your choice.
But with a pair of sadistic fucks like Yuri and Polito, one day that might be you hanging from their ceiling. You can't trust them. It would be a relief if I took them out of your life.
Look, I'm not a snitch, but let's just say, yeah, they freak me out. The thing is, they're not even in Itaqua.
So call them back to Itaqua. Tell them you've got a package ready.
Oye, Polito. I got a lamb ready for delivery. Un borrego. Vale.
And 99. That's it. We out. We out.
Let's get back on mission. How's it going, fuckstick?
Yeah, we need to get out of here. See, okay, so see in the upper right-hand corner what I was talking about, you got like a star system, basically. I thought it went to 5, but 4 is equally as just deadly. There you are. Oh, crap, they're coming into the only entrance. No, 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 don't do that. Now, if I get out of here first, into my helicopter. Can you just die when I kill you? That'd be nice. Nah, so bad. Maybe.
Tenemos algunas unidades enfrentadas a un grupo armado hostil desconocido. Ya se han desplegado al lugar tropas de apoyo para
We
terminar
gotta
con la
run.
amenaza.
We gotta run, because they are sending those reinforcements. Holy.
Hemos perdido contacto con las tropas enemigas. Todas las unidades mantengan su información de búsqueda. Las tropas
Only dead forces are attacking rebels. What do you want
Yeah,
to do?
see how they sent like, oh, they sent even like a truck with a minigun on it. Yeah, and it escalates from there. They'll send like these kind of helicopters that I'm flying. These helicopters like wreck everything in this game. Like this game, or this helicopter is like the cheat code to this game. It just wrecks everything. All right, let's go over here.
Now that our couple is
After
heading
we
back
do
to
this one,
Itaqua,
and we go
all we
and
need to
take
do is
out
find out exactly where the hell they're gonna be.
Yuri and
Dead
Polito,
standing down.
and then we're
We're
done.
good to go.
Yeah, see how they got a helicopter after me now? It gets ramped up pretty quick. 4 stars is, or the 4 chevrons or whatever is pretty, How are you hitting these from so far? Come here. Come closer. Yeah, done. Now I should be fine.
Nada que reportar por el momento. Continuamos con la búsqueda de los enemigos.
It gets even more interesting when you have both the cartel and Unidad after you. That's when you need the rebels to come save you. Or you just drive like an APC or fly a helicopter.
Fire.
Okay.
Engaging hostile. Looks like Kulta's still...
can I land?
Looks like Kulta's still
Smoldering. Keep an eye out for the rebel they've got held here.
I think the rest of them are hiding inside here. There you go. Easy peasy. Like I said, with helicopters.
I
Let
think
me
that's
get out
all
of here.
You okay, hermano?
What do you want from me?
Yuri and Polito, the fuckers who tortured you. We're here to make them pay for what they did, but we need to know where they took you.
Oh,
We
it's
didn't
doing it
travel far.
again.
I remembered that much, and it was quiet, out in the country somewhere. There was a smell, like old animal skins. That's all I know. I'm sorry.
It's all right. At least we know they're close by. Gracias.
Okay, that should have counted my mission.
Nomad, we finally got a 20 on Yuri and Polito. The activity cross-referenced the car's GPS with that description you got from the prisoner. They're at a hunting
Alright, let
lodge.
me
Rumor has it
retry
they
this
used
one
that
more
spot for
time.
their enhanced
We're like at the
interrogation.
final mission here, so give me a second. Well, I done goofed hard. You guys didn't get to see that. Basically, found Yuri and Polito and killed them. Look, I'm still new to this YouTube thing, but so I screwed up a little bit here. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed. I'm sorry you didn't get to see the final mission of the region. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more of this particular game, just let me know. I'll live stream it or something, maybe. But I don't know if I'll do videos on it just because it's like, the story alone I think is like 50 hours or something crazy. So, yeah, it's definitely live stream material. But yeah, if you want to see more, subscribe. Like the button. If you like the video, hit the like button. And if you have anything to say, put it down in the comments below. Alrighty, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.